Hi, so today we're going to look at relative frequency. So our learning intention is to gain the knowledge of how to calculate the relative frequency of an event. We will be successful if we can correctly construct a frequency distribution table, specifically once we've calculated that, being able to also then add the relative frequency column. Yeah. And if we can correctly calculate the relative frequency of an event. So, according to the New South Wales mathematics syllabus from K to 10, in their glossary it says the relative frequency is given by the ratio f over n, where f is the frequency of an occurrence of a particular data value or group of data values in a data set, and n is the number of data values in that data set. Okay. So, here we have a frequency distribution table where we have the score or the possible events, and I've got A, B, C, D, E, F, and that relates to this kind of circle. This is the spinner. I have a tally, and so marked. I've already done a couple, so I've marked where the spinner has landed on. Okay. If in groups of 5, we mark the tally, so we've got 4 strokes, and the 5th stroke goes across. So if we do 5 more, so if I spin again, I have 1. Alright, so that if I was it's E, 2, sorry. 3, 4, 5. Okay. And all we're going to do is write the frequency, which is the numerical value of the tally. So that's 5 plus another 4 is 9, 5, 7, 7, 6, and 6. Just double checking. 9 plus 5, 14, 12, yeah, 40. So the relative frequency, as it said before, it's f over n. In this case, n's going to be 40, yeah, and f is the frequency. Okay, so we can write it as a fraction, 9 over 40. Or you can write it as a decimal. So if I do 5 over 40 for the next one, you can write it as a decimal. 7 over 40. That would be the same. And then 6 over 40. Okay. Now, so 9 over 40, 0.225. Now, this should all add up to 1. So, add the next values. And 1. Okay. So, this is a frequency, relative frequency distribution table. It has your scores, it tells us the frequency that happened, and then it's calculated the relative frequency, which is basically your frequency divided by the total number of events. I know that this has to add up to 1 because the range of probability goes from 0 all the way to 1, where 0 is impossible. 50 or 0.5 or a half is an even chance, and 1 or 100% is certain. Yeah. So for all events to occur, I know that this has to add up to 1. So relative frequency is conducting the experiment and then calculating how many times that individual score has occurred over the total number of events in that experiment. Okay, you may also get these types of questions where you're given the relative frequency. So relative frequency of an event is 0.265, and we said what would, but we know that we've done so many data values. So what would be the number of outcomes of an experiment of 5,500 data values? So all you do is you times the number of data values by the relative frequency. So 5,500 times 0.265 equals 1,457.57 and 50 and a half. Sorry. Okay, so that's what relative frequency is. Okay, thank you very much.